बीचवर नवीन जोडीचं आगमन.
हीच मुची प्रार्थना, हेच मुचे मागणी. हीच मुची प्रार्थना, हेच मुचे मागणी. माणसाने माणसाशी माणसा समवागणे. धर्म जाती प्रांत भाषा वेश सारे संपुदे. एक निष्ठा एक आशा एक रंगी रंगुदे.
Respected delegates, invitees, researchers, teachers, media persons, and students, a very good morning to one and all. The inaugural function of the one-day national conference on computational science and technology is going to start soon. The guests are arriving in a short while. You all are requested to be seated in the auditorium.
And we're back.
हीच मुची प्रार्थना हेच मुचे मागणी हीच मुची प्रार्थना हेच मुचे मागणी माणसाने माणसाशी माणसा सम वागणे धर्म जाती प्रांत भाषा वेश सारे संपुदे एक निष्ठा एक आशा एक रंगी रंगुदे
भोवताली दाटला अंधार दुःखाचा जरी सूर्य सत्याचा उद्या उगवेला आहे खाते सूर्य तुंबरी देवी आम्हाला काजव्यांचे जागणे माणसाने माणसाशी
All the honorable guests are arriving in the auditorium. They have arrived in the auditorium. We request you to stand and give them a hearty welcome with a resounding round of applause. The honorable guests are requested to ignite the lamp and pay homage to Sant Gadge Baba and our former president, Shikshan Maharshi, Krishi Ratna, Dr. Punjab Rao alias Bhau Sahib Deshmukh. The honorable guests, please. Lamp symbolizes enlightenment and to render the occasion a traditional touch. Sant Gadge Baba is in the heart of India's villages. He emerged as a symbol of purity and social reform. His life was a testament to the power of simplicity and the impact of selfless service. He walked the earth with a broom, not just to clean the streets, but to sweep away the social ills of caste and creed, leaving behind a trail of unity and communal harmony. Similarly, Dr. Punjab Rao, alias Bhau Sahib Deshmukh, was a visionary leader who bridged the gap between agriculture and education. His relentless advocacy for farmers' rights and his pioneering effects in agricultural education sowed the seeds for a greener and more educated India. His legacy is etched in the fertile soil of this nation, nurturing the roots of progress and prosperity. We humbly bow before these great visionaries. I humbly request all the dignitaries to please occupy their seats on the dais. Thank you all. Thank you for your gracious presence. The chairman of this inaugural function, Honorable Advocate Gajanan Rao Punkar, Vice President, Shri Shivaji Education Society Amravati, The inaugurator of this conference, Honorable Dr. Karbhari V. Kare, the Vice Chancellor of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University, Lonere, who is present for the conference online. The chief guest of this event, Honorable Dr. M.P. Dhore, Principal, Shri Shivaji Science College, Nagpur, and a co-opted member of Shri Shivaji Education Society, Amravati. The guest of honor for this inaugural, Honorable Dr. S.V. Dudul, the Dean of the Faculty of Science and Technology at Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University, Amravati. Our respected principal and the chairman of the organizing committee of this conference, Dr. G.V. Korpe, the convener of this conference, Dr. V.J. Gaikwad, professor and head, Department of Mathematics, the organizing secretary of the conference, Dr. M.M. Bhonde, Department of Computer Science, head, the Department of Computer Science. On this pleasant morning, I, Manish Shrihari Gaikwad, from the Department of English, on behalf of the organizers, extends a warm welcome to all the dignitaries, the delegates, invitees, researchers, teachers, media persons, and students at this one-day national conference on emerging trends in computational science and technology 2024, organized by the Departments of Computational Science of Shri Shivaji Science College, Amravati, in collaboration with Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University Computer Science Teachers Association, Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University Mathematics Teachers Association, and Applied Forensic Research Sciences. This conference is catalyzed by DBT Star College Scheme Strengthening Component and is sponsored by Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University, Amravati. Today, the 22nd of March, marks not just the advent of spring, but also the blossoming of innovative ideas and research in the field of computational science. As we stand on the threshold of a new era of technological advancements, this conference serves as a beacon of knowledge, bringing together the brightest minds from across the nation to discuss, deliberate, and disseminate their scholarly work. This one-day national conference is expected to explore the latest scientific activities in the field of computational science. It aims to bring together academicians, researchers, managers, policymakers, and other groups of scientific community who are active in the related areas to give them a forum for exchanging information through research, presentation, and discussion of papers dealing with wide variety of related topics. This year, the government of Maharashtra is celebrating the 125th birth anniversary of our founder president, Shikshan Maharshi Krishi Ratna, Dr. Punjab Rao alias Bhausaheb Deshmukh. All the departments of computational science of this college have rightly seized this golden opportunity to organize this scientific event to pay homage to Bhausaheb, who always endeavored to inculcate scientific attitude among all sections of society. We feel that this is the most proper tribute to the great visionary. So, let us embark on this intellectual journey filled with insightful talks, engaging discussions, and collaborative learning. Today, we are very fortunate to have a galaxy of eminent personalities from the field of academics and administration for the inaugural of this conference. We would like to welcome them by offering a lovely sapling, a book, and a memento. I first of all request our principal, Dr. G.V. Korpe, to extend a cordial welcome to the chairperson of this conference, inaugural, Honorable Advocate Gajanan Rao Punkar, Vice President, Shri Shivaji Education Society, Amravati, by offering a sapling, a book, and a memento. Thank you, sir. We feel very proud and privileged to have Honorable Dr. Karbhari V. Kare, who serves as the Vice Chancellor of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University, Lonere, and we have him as the inaugurator of this national conference. On account of an unavoidable on-time assignment, he could not grace this event personally. However, he is going to inaugurate this event and address us online. I heartily welcome him and thank him for his online presence. We feel elated to have Honorable Dr. M.P. Dhore, Principal, Shri Shivaji Science College, Nagpur, and a co-opted member of the Executive Council of Shri Shivaji Education Society, Amravati, as the chief guest of this inaugural. I request Dr. V.J. Gaikwad, the convener of this conference, to welcome and felicitate him by offering a sapling, a book on Dr. Panjabrao alias Bhausaheb Deshmukh, and a memento. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. We are glad to have Honorable Dr. S.V. Dudul, Dean of the Faculty of Science and Technology, Sant Garge Baba Amravati University, Amravati, as the guest of honor of today's inaugural. I request Dr. M.M. Bonde, the organizing secretary of this conference, to welcome and felicitate him by offering a sapling, a book, and a memento. Thank you, sir. You all are requested to be seated. Friends, our institution has acquired this status of eminence over the years owing to the relentless and wholehearted efforts by the entire team of teachers from various departments. At the same time, we have a true academician and a competent administrator at the helm of affairs, our principal, Dr. G.V. Korpe, who has proved him to be a dynamic and sensible administrator within a short period of his tenure. Our institution has achieved many new milestones under his leadership. We request him to deliver a welcome speech of the conference. Principal Dr. G.V. Korpe, the chairman of the organizing committee of the conference.
A very good morning to one and all. At the outset, I pay my sincere tributes to Founder President of Sri Shivaji Education Society, Krushi Ratna Shikshan Maharshi Dr. Panjabrao alias Bhausaheb Deshmukh, Karma Yogi Gadge Maharaj, dignitaries on the dais, Honorable Dr. Advocate Gajan Rao Ji Punkar, Vice President Sri Shivaji Education Society Amravati, inaugurator and keynote speaker for today's conference, Honorable Dr. K.V. Kare sir, Vice Chancellor, Honorable Principal Dr. Mahendra Ji Dore, Executive Member Sri Shivaji Education Society Amravati, Dr. S.V. Dudul, Dean Faculty of Science, Sant Garge Baba Amravati University Amravati, Dr. Burde sir, IQAC Coordinator, Dr. Gaikwad, Convener of this conference, Dr. Bonde, Organizing Secretary for this conference, all the principal, Dr. Dote sir, Dr. Raut sir, Dr. Hande sir, all the invited personalities, speakers, and delegates who have come to this conference from various parts of the country. About the emerging trends in computational science and technology, I would like you to formally welcome on behalf of Sri Shivaji Education Society Amravati and Sri Shivaji Science College Amravati. This conference, which is hosted by Department of Computational Sciences, that is Department of Computer Science, Mathematics, Statistics, and Forensic Science, which is sponsored by Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University and which is in the collaboration of Computer Science Teachers Association, Mathematics Teachers Association, Applied Forensic Research Sciences, and which is catalyzed by Department of Biotechnology Star College Scheme, a strengthening component. So I am thankful to all the sponsors and collaborators for joining hands with us to organize this conference in computational sciences. This year, we are also celebrating 125th birth anniversary of our founder president, Bhauseb Deshmukh, and it was a best way to offer him something on behalf of us. Actually, we all know, and you all are from the, most of you in this auditorium, from the computational sciences, maybe from the mathematics, statistics, and forensic sciences. We know that the era or this phase which we are living is the era of computational sciences. And it is the most demanded subject in science and technology, because whatever the changes they are taking place, either in the what you call augmented reality, AI, artificial intelligence, whatever, now the world is changing so fast that we cannot stay behind. So that's why we have organized to have a deliberation, to have interaction among the students, among the researchers who are working in this field. I welcome you, and I wish that today's day will be helpful in enlightening your new ideas, presenting your work in front of the eminent personalities. I wish you all the best and welcome you again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your warm and charming welcome address. To throw light on the theme and objectives of the conference prior to the actual commencement of the deliberations, I now call upon Dr. V.J. Gaikwad, convener of the conference, to deliver the introductory speech. Dr. V.J. Gaikwad.
My due respect to Shikshan Maharshi Dr. Bhausaheb Panjabrao Deshmukh and Karmavir Sant Gadge Baba, chairperson of today's inaugural function of one-day national conference on emerging trends in computational sciences and technology 2024. Honorable Advocate Gajanan Rao Punkar, Vice President of Sri Shivaji Education Society Amravati. Inaugurator Honorable Karbhari Kale, Vice Chancellor Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University, Lonere, District Raigad. Chief guest of today's function, Honorable Principal Dr. Mahendra Dhore, co-opted member of Shivaji Education Society, Amravati. Guest of honor, Dr. S.V. Dudul, Dean Faculty of Science and Technology, Santa Gadge Baba, Amravati University, Amravati. Honorable Principal Dr. G.V. Korpe, Chairman of today's National Conference. IQAC Coordinator, Dr. W.S. Burde. All co-conveners, organizing secretaries, joint secretaries, treasurer, all committee members of this event, all the delegates, researchers, staff members, media persons, and students present here. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all at the National Conference on Emerging Trends in Computational Science and Technology 2024, to be organized by the Department of Computational Science of Sri Shivaji Science College, Amravati. The main aim of organizing this conference is to share and enhance the knowledge of various researchers in the field of computational sciences. A number of initiatives have been taken to encourage young people to initiate research activities, mainly in artificial intelligence, machine learning, data analysis, and such emerging fields. Our objective is to provide you an opportunity to listen to some of the eminent speakers and personalities from the different walk of society who will enlighten us on these topics. In this event, total 350 participants are registered, out of which about 200 participants are going to make oral and poster presentations. I appreciate their active participation in this conference and congratulate them for their insightful inputs. I also thank all the delegates and participants for their wholehearted and indulgence in making this conference a great success. I express my sincere thanks to the entire team of National Conference for their overall support and cooperation. I expect this conference will prove memorable and productive for all those who are part of this event, hoping successful deliberations and output from this conference. I wish all the best for the full day deliberation of this conference. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. You have rightly put in the perspective, the objectives, and the theme of this conference. Ladies and gentlemen, for this national conference, we have received invited speeches from eminent scientists and a plethora of research papers from researchers all over the country, which have been crystallized in the form of a lovely proceeding. This proceeding comprises research articles of eminent scientists and budding researchers too. It also contains messages received from renowned personalities. I now request all the dignitaries to do the honor of releasing this proceeding. All the dignitaries on the dais, please. Proceeding of the National Conference on Emerging Trends in Computational Science and Technology. A big round of applause for the publication of the proceeding, please. Thank you very much to all the dignitaries on the dais. Today we have among us an acclaimed academician, Dr. S.V. Dudul, the Dean of the Faculty of Science and Technology of Santa Gadge Baba Amravati University, Amravati, as the guest of honor of this inaugural. He has made significant contribution to the field of electronics engineering, particularly in artificial intelligence. I request him to address the august gathering. Honorable Dr. S.V. Dudul.
Very good morning, all ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, शिक्षण महर्षी डॉक्टर भाऊसाहेब अलायस पंजाबराव देशमुख, कर्मयोगी संत गाडगे बाबा, dignitaries on the dais, Honorable Advocate Gajanand Rao Unkar Sahib, Vice President, Shri Shivaji Education Society, Amravati, Inaugurator, Principal Inaugurator of this National Conference, Honorable Dr. Karvari Kade, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Baba Saheb Ambedkar Technological University, Lonere, Chief Guest of today's conference, Honorable Principal Dr. Mahendraji Dhore, Principal of this college, Dr. G.V. Korpe, Organizing Secretary Dr. M.M. Bhonde, Convener of this conference Dr. Vijay Gaikwad, IQAC Coordinator Dr. W.S. Burde, and dignitaries of the dais, principals of several esteemed colleges of this region and around Amravati from the state of Maharashtra, Principal Dr. Deepak Dhote sir, and all other principals. I may not remember, I could not recall the names. Dr. Mavade, Dr. Dinesh Khedkar, all professors, heads of the departments, researchers, ladies, gentlemen, and dear students. Today it is indeed a great pleasure for me because this conference was a need of time National Conference on Emerging Trends in Computational Science and Technology. And this is being inaugurated by Honorable Vice Chancellor of Baba Saheb Ambedkar Technological University, Lonere, Dr. Karbhari Kale sir. Because as we know, we have made significant contribution in computer science over the last decade. Even US cannot deny this fact. We Indians or Indian scientists have been contributing in the field of full stack development, front end UI, back end, and they are providing solutions at the device level or the sensor level, edge computing, network level, fog computing, and even cloud computing. So the solutions are provided at appropriate levels, either it is at the device or sensor or appliance or in the network, local area network, or say cloud solutions. Now we all know that we have great contribution in software, in particular coding, and then in artificial intelligence. Over the last 3 decades, we have seen the progress of developments in artificial intelligence, right from artificial neural networks, and then soft computing, support vector machines, kernel machines, machine learning, and now deep learning, and in deep learning, convolutional neural networks, generative adversarial networks, and we know again the generative AI, it has tremendous applications, generative AI. And even in that, IoTs, Internet of Things, that is the buzzword now. So the computer science researchers and scientists, they should work in synergism with the hardware, that is sensors, smart sensors, intelligent sensors. So hardware and then even the software. So software is the soul, but again, we cannot ignore the hardware. And then it is a matter of pride for us that in this month only, our honorable Prime Minister, he has inaugurated 3 system-on-chip semiconductor manufacturing units in India. So that will be a gigantic leap in the history of India actually, because then we will be competent in hardware even, not only in software, but also hardware. So there are various opportunities among the researchers nowadays, because artificial intelligence has been advancing by leaps and bounds, but still there is a scope in the optimization, that is the code optimization, and then how to reduce the space complexity and time complexity of algorithms. So at the algorithmic level, it has to be efficient and optimized algorithm. So there we have a scope, even in the front end user interface design, because a lot of researchers, they are using their own creative and innovative solutions in the front end. At the back end, then coding does matter. And in the coding, how to avoid loops and how to minimize loops and how to look at the optimization, space and time complexities. So these are all various issues. So dear students and researchers, I must congratulate the organizers of this national conference, because they have organized a wonderful conference, because the applications and scope of computational science and technology is very vast, and only sky is the limit. Because this encompasses all other disciplines, computational science and technology in every walks of life. We can see the applications of this, and surely, and there are many research prospects even in the patents, because you can emerge, or you can provide us the innovative solutions using IoTs, because at the SOC level, artificial intelligence can be embedded. Intelligence can be embedded into the chip itself. So these are all the possibilities, and within next 3-4 years, India would be a global leader even in the hardware fabrication and smart system on chip fabrication also. So with these few words, again, I am grateful to the organizers, because yesterday and day before yesterday, they were calling me, and because of my ill health also, then I could not say no to this invitation. So I am thankful to the organizers for inviting me for this conference, and I wish all the researchers, all the students to listen to the deliberations and the discussions that is being conducted in this conference. Try to listen to the talks, invited talks, and try to be present actively in the presentations by various researchers. So you can arrive at some fruitful solutions, because innovation, there is no limit for the innovation. Innovation is always possible. Maybe invention may not be possible, but innovation is possible. And there are avenues for the copyrights and patents even. You can have a product patent, you can have a process patent, you can copyright your algorithm. Your own algorithm can be copyrighted with your name and probably your supervisor's name. So that would be a remarkable credit and appreciation for a researcher. That is his algorithm has been copyrighted, or her algorithm has been copyrighted. So friends, I wish you all the best. Try to extract, try to disseminate, try to participate in this conference wholeheartedly. Maybe a poster presentation, maybe research article presentation, oral presentation. Take part in the discussion, ask questions, because inquisitiveness is important, key, and then only you can progress, you can make progress. So with this, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your precious words with us. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to have an official announcement of the inauguration of this conference. The inaugurator of the conference, Honorable Dr. Karbhari V. Kale, the Vice Chancellor of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University, Lonere, is present among us online. Before I request him for the declaration of the inauguration of this conference and to deliver his inaugural address, at the same time his keynote address, I request Dr. Ujjwala Zungare to introduce our inaugurator to us, Dr. Ujjwala Zungare.
Thank you, Gaikwad sir. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. I, Dr. Ujjwala Zungare, Assistant Professor from the Department of Computer Science, feel elated to introduce renowned optimistic personality as a keynote speaker, Honorable Dr. Karbhari V. Kale. He is the Vice Chancellor of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University, Lonere, District Raigad. He successfully fulfilled the responsibilities of serving as a Vice Chancellor with an additional charge at Savitribai Phule Pune University, Pune from May 2022 to June 2023. He is a renowned academician and researcher in the field of computer science and information technology with over 32 years of experience in teaching, research, and innovation. He has published over 364 research articles, 6 books, and 23 books chapters with a total impact factor of more than 24. He has received several academic honors and professional distinctions. Some of them are Member of Task Force Committee formed by the Government of Maharashtra, nominated as a member of AICTE Government of India, shortlisted for the post of Secretary to UGC, New Delhi. I just listed small window view. The list is rich in number. Honorable Dr. K.V. Kale is felicitated with the various awards, including Vijay Shri Award, Research Professor Award by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Sambhajinagar. He was finalist of ICT Researcher of the Year by the Australian Computer Society. He has been awarded as an Amazing Idea Award during IEEE conference at London and many more. Professor Dr. Kale has established state-of-the-art research laboratories in the area of multimodal biometrics, geospatial technology, big data analytics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and pattern recognition technology. Honorable Dr. K.V. Kale has a huge research innovation in the field of ICT, and hence his mission is ICT for Society. Today, we are privileged to have an opportunity to listen such an eminent personality. We look forward to his rich presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Honorable Dr. K.V. Kale with a huge round of applause.
Namaskar. I am audible? I'm audible to everyone?
You are audible, sir. Please proceed.
Okay. Very good morning to all of you. Actually, it was my great pleasure, but unfortunately, I have some important meeting. Right now, I'm in Dehradun, and that's why I'm joining virtually with you. Let me congratulate the Department of Computer Science and IT of the Shivaji Education Society, particularly in Amravati, for organizing this wonderful conference on the very important emerging fields of the computational science and technology. And I also acknowledge on record the great venture provided by the society and their upliftment in the society for higher education, particularly in the technological education. The members available on the dais, among whom I may also thanks the chairman of the students inaugural program, that is Advocate Gajanarao Punkar, the vice president of the society, the guest of the honor, Dr. S.V. Dudal, that is Dean of Science and Technology, Sant Gadi Baba Amravati University, and the chief guest, Principal Professor Mahendra Dhure, and the principal of the college, Dr. G.V. Korpe, and the convener, Dr. Mrs. Vijay Gaikwad, and organization team Mukul Bonde. Let me give the big round of applause to all of you for organizing this wonderful conference at the Amravati district. And I'm very much thankful and appreciations for the credential given goes to the Department of Computer Science of the society. And with a very warm welcoming and with a very heartfelt attitude, I declare that the inauguration sessions of this particular conference today and tomorrow are completely open and delivered and inaugurated. My dear friends, it is an indeed pleasure to me as a researcher and as a scientist, particularly in the field of information technology and the computer science and engineering, as because of in today's era of the 21st century, there are so many challenges, there are so many opportunities, there are so many problems as issues tackled by the common man and coupled by the society at and large. Even though the government sector, industrial sectors, and the simple common man, everyone want to go interact with the academician, everyone want to go interact with the industrialist, everyone to go interact with the business, and in the common man. As we know that we are entering into the large component of the 21st era, and the whole universe, I'm not saying the word universe, is geared up with the technological fascinaties. And we follow the digital India, we follow the digital world, and we follow the digital era altogether in the 20th century. And therefore, it is a requirement and essential part to consider the technological enhancement and development, not in the field of computer science, engineering, and information technology, in the sector of all of the societal world, to how the enlargement of the constraints of the technological barrier helps to improve the betterment of the life of the society in detail and in depth. Though it is a computational science and technological constraints and the conference, but nowadays there is no single field left till today. We cannot supposed to be lift a single application or a single area where the computational computation and digitization occurs. Everywhere it required, every sectors of the society required. You may take the medicine, you may take the industry, you may take the business, you may take the society, you may take the education. Everywhere the technology's intervention and technology upliftment is development and the research and innovation. The technological enhancements are enhancing day to day, and the nature of the problem becomes a complex because of the collaborations and constraints on the data by means of the various way are too huge, too complex, and too dedicated and too composite. And so we require the different technology to resolve the conflict of the huge amount of the information and data that of the digitizations of the overall object of the society for the whole world. And there are so many sources for acquiring this data. There are so many sources to represent this data, and there are so many important criterion, constraints, and technological parameter to manipulate the data. I mean to say, data means of any particular object, that may be a thing, that may be an artificial machine, that may be a tree, that may be a plant, that may be a surrounding, that may be earth, that may be a globe, that may be a space. So the data receiving mechanisms are too high. There are so many technological evidences happen altogether around the world to receive the data, to collect the data, to assimilate the data, to process the data, to analyze the data. And data is the biggest challenge, and data is an important consideration for everybody's lives. So data about whom, what to do with the data, how to assimilate the data, what data are supposed to be get targeted, how it is supposed to be processed. And once you identify the criteria and constraint in terms of the technology, and if you are able to manage the data by means of the all, then we can process the data and easily analyze the data for the aid applications. Particularly in the subject of the computational field and the technology, if you are speaking towards, there are 4 or 5 different technology on the horizons coming on the 20th century, specifically the AI. Now, a beggar man also understand today, he has also speak or she also speak about the AI. Any persons, any farmer, any particular gentleman nowadays speak about the AI. So artificial intelligence is an umbrella activity under which there are so many constraints and parameters to put into force for the development. So artificial intelligence, generic AI, chat GPT, and artificially that we can manage the resources, that we can manage the technology, that we can manage the data, we can interpret and processing the data very effectively and smartly. And that's why artificial intelligence is an emerging trend in the computational science and technology today. And there is a huge branch. I, as a teacher, personally touch with this particular subject since from last 30 years. I remember in my university, I dared to start the artificial intelligence, my master program, and till today, I'm continuing the artificial intelligence. But the day to day, as the data increases and digitization increases, the artificial intelligence parameter also increases. So artificial intelligence there are so many parameter combinations constant nowadays altogether that we can observe. So AI for whom? So AI for common man, AI for the society, AI for the industry, AI for the governance, AI for the betterment of the advancement, AI for medicine, AI for anywhere. So what AI means actually, it is again I say, it is a conceptual myth, artificial intelligence. We as a human being have the intelligence, and we try to put up that intelligence into the machine, and then machine is able to supposed to learn. So machine intelligence, machine vision, artificial intelligence, IoT, Internet of the Things, everything of the things, that are the new parametric composition interpretation of the today's modern age as an emerging trend. So AI related with the health, AI related with the healthcare, AI related with the geospatial technology, AI related with the agriculture, AI related with the industry, AI related with the governance, AI related with the education, AI related with the industry. Everywhere that we can put the artificial intelligence and is tagging to the development for the emerging trend. What is AI for the languages, AI for the communication, AI for the understanding, AI for the better human kindness. So everywhere that we can put artificial. So artificial intelligence is an emerging trend and emerging technology where we can have the data assimilation, data manipulation, data collection, data suppression, data retrieval, and the nature of the data are too complex and too huge. So if you develop this particular technique and constraint for managing this data, interpreting this data, then we can able to solve the so many problems of the society at a large. So we had decided the technology for health and healthcare. After COVID-19, the whole universe are supposed to be geared up to design new drug, design new methodology for the drug delivery, design new mechanism for the surgery, design new constant about the patient handling and treatment. So health and healthcare, these are the two important area for everybody's personal life and the individual common society. How the artificial intelligence able to make to provide the sustainability and the betterment for the society in terms of the technical intervention. So when we see the health, there are so many biomedical engineering and biomedical methodologies through which you can able to resolve the complexity of the machine and complexity of the various diseases through the artificial intelligence. Say for example, earlier it was if you taken the open surgery, we had to supposed to break the chest and open the complete lungs, and the doctor operate my heart operation. But nowadays, with the help of this technology, without tearing and without treating this particular chest as an open surgery, we can move it in a non-invasive surgery mechanism altogether. So robotic machine, small camera, small sensor, small machine, small cutter that we can insert through the vein, and that operation can be successfully operated by the medical expert. So tumor, any type of tumor, any type of surgery, any type of disease, any type of even the chemical treatment and pathological analysis that can happen with the help of artificial intelligence nowadays. We cannot say that how much of the drug that we can deposit into the patient's body, that is also planned with the help of AI. So AI for surgery, AI for health, AI for instrument, AI for medical instrumentation, AI for mechanism designing, AI for system designing, AI for expert system, on the basis of various symptoms that we can able to achieve what is happening, how the patient is going to suffer, what are the remedies, what are the treatment, and with the help of the treatment and mechanism, how we can able to resolve the conflict of the medical challenges with the help of AI. We as a human intelligence, as a doctor expertise, for example, you can listen the patient and accordingly we can make the treatment. But the artificial intelligence provide you the different deep mechanism with the very effective manner, with the very less energetical composition to provide the better solution toward the patients. So point is very short to mention here, the artificial intelligence for health and artificial intelligence for health care. Care means if particular patients having the different type of disease parameter information related to the blood, related to the sugar, related to the hypermania, related to various measures. Because of the chemical laboratories, we have the different type of test, and that test data is available. What is my heartbeat? What is my blood pressure? What is my blood sugar? What is my concentration? So these information is also needed by the doctor to provide the proper treatment, either in the direct hospital or outside the hospital. So care, how do we take care about the health with the help of AI? So we can design, we can parametric composition, we can adapt it through the AI machinery, through machine learning and artificial intelligence composition, and then we can able to composite the health care also. So my dear friend, artificial intelligence is a very important technological invention nowadays in terms of hardware, in terms of software, in terms of system for health and healthcare. So we can see that in government of USA, after completion of the MBBS, there are so many courses altogether that provide the paramedical and medical techno engineering programs to design the smart robotic machine, to design the smart surgery machine, to design the drug delivery composition. What is the small affinity of the drug that we can able to deposit on the patient. So for researchers, particularly young researchers, this is the one biggest area in terms of medical science, medical engineering, and even the engineering and electromedical engineering, that is the artificial intelligence for health and healthcare. It's a very big issue. We can talk on a 1 or 2 days continuation on this, but for the researchers, we can have the collection of the data, various parameter composition of the data, various analytical composition of the data, and on the basis that we can design an expert system for drug delivery and even the analysis of the drug, pre-diagnosis of the disease, and we can detect the pre-cancer and post-cancer and effect cancer, and we can analyze and we can treat the patient well. The second important area that I would like to focus, that is the artificial intelligence. What I say artificial because it is a machine learning, computer vision, then IoT, big data analytics. These are the parametric composition of the artificial intelligence. Very, very important for the agriculture sector. It's again a big sector where the drones and drone designing and piloting and taking the data in all type of season and provide the better solution to the farmers. Because farmer needs today, what is the health of my wheat crop? What is the health of my cotton crop? What is the productivity of my crop? What is the area covered by the crop? What is the damage control and damage assessment of the crop? We cannot able to enter into the field physically by put the foot and all together. With the help of geospatial technology, with the help of different sensory mechanism, with the help of remote sensing mechanism, we can collect the data of entire globe altogether and put forward for data analysis and interpretation for mapping, evaluation, productivity, yield estimation, disease analysis, and good practices and precision agriculture into the agriculture sector. So to provide the better mechanism of the soil analysis, what is the condition of the soil, how many water contaminant that is required, what things are supposed to be get mixed into the fruit, and what is the requirement of the plant, and what is the requirement of the field of the different crops of a farmer. It also map and accurately provide the information toward the farmers better way than the generic farmer. So it's a precision agriculture. As precise, if I have the information and data, that we can able to provide the correct and mapping information to the farmer so that farmer can survive better. What medicine means, what fertilizer, what chemical, what different type of water level contaminants shall I supposed to provide. All these are the information that required day to day by the farmers, by the agriculture expert, by the soil engineers, and through which we can able to provide the different type of information altogether for the agriculture sector. So artificial intelligence for agriculture sector is a big area for research again. And there we have to identify the clusters, spectral signature, then what we can say the signature and canopy from the various crop and various feeders of the plant, and assimilate this data remotely or in situ measures and to provide the better solution toward the farmer. So these two important areas for the Indian continent, AI for healthcare is important, and artificial intelligence for the agriculture is another important area through which we can able to provide the better solution toward the society, toward the patient, toward the human being, and toward the farmer. The third more important area which I'd like to focus, that is the artificial intelligence for what we can say, the surface mapping and mineral mapping. You know that there are so many informations available in terms of my soil, in terms of my rock, in terms of my water, in terms of my forest, in terms of my road transport and all. So through this spectral technology, we can easily detect, we can easily assume it, we can easily interpret the different composition of the sector, different composition of the application through the surface mapping and the data manipulation by the material. Don't know how many composition and composite materials are together, and which material, which soil, which cost, which fertilizers required for what purposes. Even though in the structural mapping, in the building construction, in the road construction, in the lake construction, in the forestry, we need a lot of plenty information for the different application. And it is indeed beyond the capability of the single human being to acquire and to capture and to process this data. And that's why this is again the third important aspect and technology and challenges to continue with the surface mapping and mineral mapping and material mapping through the geospatial technology with the help of artificial intelligence and with the help of smart sensor. Fourth important point I would like to put in front of my young researchers, that is the biggest challenge for everyone nowadays. We as an Indian, very expert in designing the algorithm, designing the software, designing the tool, but still lacking to design the hardware. And the government of India, under the 2021 and mission NEP, take this for a very serious, and to delimit the limit of the digitization, we are exploring more. Because of we have the big terabyte, databyte use capability of the storage of the capability, and big machine also, even to the supercomputers and big computer. And today, the data nature is too complex, too huge, too high. We cannot able to process these information very easily. So my digital computer process the information in the form of 0 and 1, and the 0, 1 times now supposed to be having some limit to process and analyze the data, even in the supercomputer. So the call is after volume, after traditional, after triode diode, after circuit, after ICs, after CMOS, after VLSI design, the call is now all these parameters for building and constructing the human computers or the machine or the big computer or supercomputer having certain limitation. We cannot accommodate the big data. We cannot accommodate the process of the data. We cannot analyze and interpret the algorithm to process the data. Even some globe informations and oil extraction informations or the surface information processing my supercomputer requires even to the week of the time to analyze one sequence analysis and to one fingerprint analysis. So the call is to enhance the capability of the storage, to enhance the capability of the speed of the processor, and is limited around the globe, around the world. And now world in the 20th century and in 20th century enters into the different field, and that field is very, very booming and important. And that is the quantum computing. The third important criteria and generation is what the component computing. Why we wrote the component computing? Because in terms of bit 0 and 1, my supercomputer get lapsed and get isolated to process the data and to analyze the data. And that's why quantum computing is a big call, because in quantum mechanics in physics earlier, there is a big Schrodinger equation through which you can able to process the analysis and energy level composition. But the call has been open. Government underway has paid 650 crores rupees for this academic year to provide the open call for the development of the quantum computing. So what quantum computing means? Beyond the limit of the speed of the light, the machines are supposed to be created, the material are supposed to be created, and composition, just like my mobile, just like hardware, these are having the silicon, some material, which are having some hard disk, which are having some SOP, which are having some devices, and through which I can able to tackle the process input outward, and I can handle my calculations and I can handle my all computational composition. But there are certain limits because of the nature of the data is too huge, too complex. And to analyze this, there's an indeed need of the world era today in the today's society, the need of the big computers, and that big computers in different terms of that word, the quantum computer. It's a cubic computer. Instead of 0, 1 bit, we can deal with the qubit. So there is a call, where to store, because just like my physical device of the mobile, I can say this is mobile, but for in computing and computer machine, we cannot able to see the physical devices. It is in the term of photon. The energy gets stored, and how to store this quantum mechanism, how to build the quantum machine, how to build the quantum material, how to analyze the computer algorithm, and how to develop the process algorithm for the computing calculation. These are the biggest challenge. As per my knowledge, IIT Delhi and IISER Pune has taken a call to design this particular type of computing machine, and it is a call open for every institution for the entire globe and entire India to get participate, to design the computer machine, to design the computing quantum algorithm, to design the computing software, to design the computer material, and to design the computational mechanism for the computing completion. If the quantum computing happens maybe near in the future of 4 to 10 years, then it will do our wonder. We cannot able to see the physical device anywhere. Just with the speed of punch of the light, we can store that light somewhere in some particular device, and that device can operate anywhere from the globe. And it is very easily, very fast, and very tremendous speed and calculation speed through which you can able to resolve the complete and complex problem of the world global society through the computing technology. So my dear friend, this is the fourth important area in terms of the hardware and in terms of the electronic gadget. That is the computing quantum material, computing algorithm, quantum computing, and quantum analysis. So it is an interdisciplinary field. All electronics, physics, mathematics, and material science, chemical engineering, mechanical engineering people require. And that's why that is the biggest call in NEP 2020. Again, no single person, no single discipline are enough capable to handle the world global challenge problem. And one should all together should supposed to come. Different disciplines should supposed to become together to tackle and to handle the global problem. So to achieve the global problem, we require to accept the globality, to accept the interdisciplinary, to accept the transdisciplinary composition, and come together and to resolve the problem of the society in a big way. And the last point that I would like to put in front of you, and then I will take a pause. The advanced technology for artificial intelligence, machine technology, IoT, that is the drone technology. So drone is a vehicle where we can put the various sensors to capture the data for the certain region. But one can manage the drone nowadays in the different application. Why drone service is required? Because to observe the information of the nature, we as a natural human being observe with the help of eyes. But if you nature the 3D form and grid form, we require some altitude level of information of the data to capture. So aerial photograph, satellite photograph, having some certain limitation beyond the capability of the individual institution and country, and that's why drone comes into the picture. You can observe that, and we can predict in the various film nowadays, drone car, drone pilot, drone machine, even though we can put in the drone. So payload design of the drone is a different aspect, is a mechanical engineering part. How to upload the payload and operating battery, the electrical engineering part. What certain aspect that we can achieve with the help of this particular drone, that the sensory mechanism part to sensor and send the information of the real world. So to put the sensor on the board, we require to have to multiple design and multiple disciplinary branch. So through the drone, we can collect the data, we can observe the nature, we can receive the medicine, we can provide so many different parameters together, even though in the defense application, even the border application, even the agriculture application, even in the medical application, even though in the industrial application. Uncertainly, the drone challenges are a big challenge, and that is one more important computational science and technology emerging trend in area, that is the drone designing and drone technology. So designing the drone, capping the payload, allow the payload, access the vertical data, access the surface three-dimensional data, put it on the surface, and even to recollect those particular data for the certain application. So these are the somehow important trends which I'd like to put in front of you as a young researchers, and hopefully these are the important area of the domain expertise, hence onward, even though for the government of India and for the world, and through which we can able to achieve. And these are the multidisciplinary, transdisciplinary, multinational research project that is to be happen under to this. Fortunately, government of India accepted the National Education Policy 2020 resolution, hence onward, all universities are going to for their UGPG program. And from the coming June, the GR is already passed. Every institution has supposed to be go with the NEP 2020, where the result boundary of the discipline, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, computer science, physics, mathematics get values. Even though you require literature person, even though you require mathematical person, even though you require the physics person, altogether to tackle and resolve the problem of the society, and that is the full freedom of the student. So my point here is that though you are the computer science student, those are electronic student, you can tackle any particular problem in the society for its better solution and better output through the multidisciplinary approach of the research and multidisciplinary of the teaching and learning mechanism. So I think there is a lot to say, but because of the time constraints and other people, there are so many people and young people are supposed to be here to present their paper. And maybe next time I will visit to Amravati University in Nagpur, maybe end of this month. And then I will discuss more detail with the research student, what are the area of the research and how we can go move with the MOUs and different type of tackling the problem of the society altogether. So in chemistry, in engineering, in languages, one point I would like to forget to take it ahead. The regeneration of Indian languages. We adapted the Marathi language as in Maharashtrian. आणि आम्ही आमचे काही अभ्यासक्रम सुरू केले आहे. मातृभाषेतून शिक्षण हा एक नैसर्गिक कॉल आहे. आणि म्हणून कुठलाही अभ्यासक्रम तुमचा हा तुमच्या मातृभाषेमध्ये जर शिकला आणि आपण जर रुजवला आणि बसला तर आपल्याला आत्मनिर्भर होण्यासाठीच तो एक मोठा असा कॉल आहे. आणि तुम्ही मी तर मराठी माध्यमातून शिकलेलो आहे आणि म्हणून मी काहीतरी थोडंफार काम करू शकतो. परंतु इंग्रजी हा असायलाच पाहिजे बिकॉज दॅट इज द कॉमन लँग्वेज फॉर द युनिवर्स अँड फॉर ग्लोब. But if you are dealing with your own language, even though for dealing in the classroom, even though I can talk 2 to 5 minutes with my student in my regional language. So regeneration of the Indian languages, regeneration of the Indian culture, that is what the IKS, Bharatiya Gyan Parampara, Indian knowledge system. So there are so many ethical and moral values which is depicted within the Indian society, in Indian mythology, how we can inculcate into the medicine, into the science, into the technology, into the art, into the film, and into the various sector of the education. That is the biggest call in NEP 2020 and also requires some technical rejuvenation and technology composition to take it ahead with the great detail and great determination. And that's why the researchers and teachers' roles are important in the society, and they are having the good, huge respect and importance because they are only the good pillar and they are only the pillar of the nations of the world through which they can able to design and develop the sustainable development फॉर द एंटायर सोसायटी. आणि म्हणून आपण वसुधैव कुटुंबकम विश्वविद्यालय किंवा विद्यालय असेल तर जागतिक कल्याणासाठी तुम्ही आम्ही झटतो आणि तुमचं आमचं काम हे जगासाठी असतं, जगाच्या कल्याणासाठी असतं. आणि म्हणून शिक्षकाचा आणि संशोधकाचा रोल हा फार मोठा आहे. ज्यांनी कोणी आतापर्यंत संशोधन केलं त्यांच्या बलबुत्त्यावरती म्हणजे त्यांच्या अनुभवावरती आपण आज आधुनिक जगात जगतो. असं गृहीत धरा की संशोधन झालंच नसतं, आधुनिक अभ्यासक्रम तयार झालेच नसते, आजही आपण आदिमानव असतो. आणि ही समाजाची आणि शास्त्राची देण आहे. पुढे चालत राहा आणि तुम्ही समाजाला देणं देत राहा. थ्रू हायर एज्युकेशन अँड टेक्नॉलॉजी अँड थ्रू ट्रेंड ऑफ द advanced level of the technology, you can provide the better and better and better to the society, and that helps, that create a wonder, and that gives you the full satisfaction than the other money and some non-tangible and tangible energy, or we can say तुमची किंमत ही तुमच्या ज्ञानावर, तुमच्या ज्ञानवर्धनावर आहे. आणि म्हणून नवीन तरुण संशोधकाला माझं आव्हान आहे की विज्ञानाची काळधरा, तंत्रज्ञानाची काळधरा, स्वतःची, समाजाची आणि देशाची आणि जगाची सेवा घडवा. हाच या कॉन्फरन्सच्या माध्यमातून मी आपणा सर्व संदेश देऊ इच्छितो. आणि मला ऑनलाईन का होत नाही, गिव्हन मी चान्स टू एक्सप्रेस इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, अँड आय हॅड गिव्हन माय few suggestions, hopefully, that are the challenging problem and emerging trend area in the field of computational science and engineering and information technology. As per the discipline of any subject, any discipline, we'll take it in positive and take it ahead for the betterment of the society. So with this brief, I would like to take a pause. Thank you very much for inviting me online and interacting with you. Hopefully this conference and the city gives you the wonderful weathers and a fruitful solution and more load deliberations, and definitely some certain outcome problem solution come at the end through the concluding sessions and the panel discussion, and the report will be get published to provide some better solution towards the society. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for addressing all the way from Dehradun. Actually, to see and hear you from a far distance itself was truly one of the blessings of computational sciences and technology. Thank you very much, sir. We are highly enlightened by your inestimable and thought-provoking address.
Thank you.
To proceed further, we will have an address by the chief guest of this inaugural. We are glad to have Honorable Dr. M.P. Dore, Principal, Shri Shivaji Science College, Nagpur, and a co-opted member of the Executive Council of Shri Shivaji Education Society Amravati as the chief guest of this inaugural. Principal Dr. Dhore is also the honorable member of the Management Council of Rashtrasanta Tukadoji Maharaj Nagpur University, Nagpur. We especially feel proud to have him today as he is the alumnus of our college. I request him to share his inspiring thoughts with us. Honorable Dr. M.P. Dhore.
Firstly, I pay my homage to the founder of Sri Shivaji Education Society Amravati, Dr. Panjabrao Alais Bhausaheb Deshmukh. I also pay my homage to the great Saint Rashtrasanta Tukadoji Maharaj and Santa Gadge Baba. On the dais, in the inaugural program of this National Conference on Emerging Trends in Computational Science and Technology, President of this inaugural program, Advocate Gajanan Raoji Punkar, Vice President of Sri Shivaji Education Society Amravati, Guest of Honor and my teacher, Professor Dudul, Dean Science and Technology Faculty, Santa Gadge Baba Amravati University Amravati, Principal of this esteemed institution, Dr. Korpe, Convener of this national conference, and my teacher, Professor Mrs. Gaikwad, Organizing Secretary, Dr. Mukul Bhonde, IQAC Coordinator, Dr. Burde. Of the dais, my two mentors, Professor Dhote and Professor Thakre, my principal colleagues, Principal Raut, Principal Hande, my colleagues from Nagpur University, Dr. Deshmukh, Dr. Manjre, my teacher in the audience, Professor Kale, senior colleagues, Dr. Ajmire sir is there, and I am having many my teaching fraternity friends from the field of computer science. It's not possible for me to name all of them, all my friends in the audience, all the faculty of computer science in the audience, and all delegates of this one-day national conference on emerging trends in computational science and technology. A very good afternoon to all of you. In fact, I am very much privileged to be amongst you in this inaugural session of this national conference, which is being organized by my alma mater, because I am alumni of this institution. And it is a great honor for me that I have been invited as a chief guest for this inaugural program of this national conference. So I take this opportunity to thank Principal Korpe and the organizing team for giving me a chance to be in this inaugural program as a chief guest and giving me an opportunity to interact with you all. Just now, the comparer has addressed us regarding the theme. Principal Korpe sir has also shown light on the theme of the conference, and I feel whatever our guest of honor, Honorable Dean Science and Technology, Professor Dudul sir has shared with us, the same thing, the technological advances where again repeated by our today's inaugurator, my mentor, Professor K.V. Kale sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University, Lonere. We have been very fortunate to listen the keynote by the renowned Professor K.V. Kale sir. And I feel very privileged and honored that I am a student of Professor K.V. Kale sir, and I am having mentors like Professor Dhote and Professor Thakre from Amravati University. I would like to mention here that as the conference is aimed at the interdisciplinary approach wherein the themes are varying from library and information science, geology, mathematics, statistics, and computer science. And as has been rightly said by the keynote speaker, Professor Kale sir, now we are in the era of interdisciplinary research. The researches what we are going to do nowadays are not confined to single topic or single subject. In fact, the research what we are aiming at is meant for the societal benefit, and if the problems of society are to be taken care of by adopting the research, then there is a need of interdisciplinary research, and this is a platform where we are getting the young researchers an opportunity to interact with the experts in the field. And for this, the organizers have done a commendable work that they have provided a platform for the young researchers to have interaction with the eminent researchers, eminent professors in the field of these conference themes. With these words, I once again thank all the organizers that they have given me an opportunity to be in this program, and I wish all the participants a very fruitful conference, and I hope there will be a fruitful deliberations throughout the day. I wish all the participants who are going to present their work either by poster or by oral presentation, all the best to all of them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your precious guidance and your appreciation for organizing this conference. Ladies and gentlemen, we feel proud to have Honorable Advocate Gajanan Rao Punkar as the chairperson for the inaugural of this national conference. For this conference, we have received his valuable support, encouragement, and guidance. We express our humble gratitude towards him. I request him for his presidential address. Honorable Advocate Gajanan Rao Punkar.
छत्रपती शिवाजी महाराज, शाहू फुले आंबेडकर, डॉक्टर पंजाबराव उपाख्य भाऊसाहेब देशमुख यांना अभिवादन करतो. आजच्या या राष्ट्रीय परिषदेचे उद्घाटक डॉक्टर कारभारी काळे, आजचे प्रमुख अतिथी आपल्या संस्थेचे स्वीकृत मेंबर शिवाजी सायन्स नागपूरचे प्राचार्य डॉक्टर महेंद्र ढोरे, विद्यापीठाचे प्रतिनिधी डॉक्टर डुडल सर आणि या कार्यक्रमाचे संयोजक या महाविद्यालयाचे प्राचार्य डॉक्टर गजाननराव कोरपे, त्यांचे सहकारी डॉक्टर बर्डे, डॉक्टर गायकवाड, डॉक्टर भोंडे, आपल्या निमंत्रणाला उपस्थित असलेले आमचे सहकारी मित्र उभयता डॉक्टर धोटे सर, प्राचार्य डॉक्टर राऊत व इतर उपस्थित सर्व प्राचार्य, त्यांचे सर्व सहकारी प्राध्यापक आणि आवर्जून उपस्थित असलेले विद्यार्थी म्हणून आलेले म्हणाल काही हरकत नाही, कारण प्रत्येक दिवस जसा उगवतो तसं प्रत्येकाला विद्यार्थी म्हणूनच जगण्याची एक आज संधी प्राप्त झालेली आहे आणि ते काळाची गरज सुद्धा आहे. असे उपस्थित असलेले सर्व शिक्षक, नवीन संशोधक, काही काही व्याख्याते म्हणून सुद्धा उपस्थित असतील, या सर्वांचं मी आजच्या प्रसंगी स्वागत करतो. आतापर्यंतचं जेवढं काही ज्ञान आपण ऐकलं त्याच्यावरून एवढं लक्षात येते की फार सपाट्यानं आज आपली प्रगती होत आहे. ज्ञान संपादन करण्याच्या विविध पद्धती जरी असल्या तरी प्रामुख्यानं डॉक्टर काळेंनी सांगितलं आपल्याला, आपण सुद्धा ऐकलं की प्रत्येक क्षेत्रामध्ये एआयनी जी प्रगती केली ती फार मोठी आहे आणि त्याच्यामुळे आपण आपल्या जीवनामध्ये जे काही आपल्याला प्रगती करायची असेल, जसं आज विज्ञान तंत्रज्ञानामध्ये संगणकानं प्रवेश केल्याबद्दल मुळे आज तुम्ही आम्ही अनेक गोष्टींमध्ये प्रगती करू शकलो. मला आठवते एखाद्या वर्षापूर्वी, मी प्रामुख्याने शेतकरी आहे, तुम्हाला सांगितलं पाहिजे, जेव्हा आम्ही एक शेताची मोजणी करायला गेलो सर, तेव्हा मला माहित नव्हतं. मी त्या मोजमाप करणाऱ्याला विचारलं, शासनाच्या माणसाला, की बा तुम्ही अचूक बिंदू कसा शोधू शकता? नेमका पहिला बिंदू जर तुम्ही अचूक शोधला तरच तुम्ही या शेताची मोजणी परफेक्ट करू शकता. आतापर्यंत ही सुविधा खरं म्हणजे उपलब्ध नव्हती. पण त्यांनी मला सांगितलं, मी सर रोवर मशीन आणलेली आहे म्हणे, जी सॅटेलाइट सोबत कनेक्टिंग आहे. तर मी तुम्हाला योग्य पॉइंट पहिला काढून देईल, ज्याची क्षमता 70 किलोमीटर आहे. म्हणजे पहिल्या पॉइंट पासून पूर्ण ओव्हरेज 70 असे त्याचे पॉइंट मला त्यांनी सांगितले, पण 55 वर 65 असे काहीतरी आहेत पूर्ण महाराष्ट्रामध्ये, की ज्या एका पॉइंट पासून 70 किलोमीटरमध्ये त्यांची लांबी जाते आणि त्या पॉइंट पासून तो बिंदू शोधतो रोडच्या मशीनमुळं. तेव्हा माझ्या अशा लक्षात आलं की आपण आज जे एआयची एंट्री बघतोय, जे आता डॉक्टर काळेंनी खूप चांगले उदाहरण आपल्याला त्यांच्या भाषणामध्ये दिले, की हे आर्टिफिशियल आजच्या याच्यामुळं आपणाला अभ्यास करण्यासाठी आणि अतिशय सूक्ष्म अभ्यास, म्हणजे ज्याच्यापर्यंत आपण पोहोचू शकतो, पोहोचण्याची कल्पना सुद्धा करू शकत नाही, असे खूप चांगले उदाहरण डॉक्टर काळेंनी दिले. मी त्यांचं खरं म्हणजे संस्थेच्या वतीनं त्यांना धन्यवादच देईल की ते उपलब्ध जरी आपल्यामध्ये राहू शकले नाही, इतक्या लांबून त्यांनी आपल्या या राष्ट्रीय परिषदेचं उद्घाटन केलं. त्याबद्दल सर्वप्रथम मी डॉक्टर काळेंचं, श्री शिवाय शिक्षण संस्थेचे अध्यक्ष व सर्व सन्मान्य कार्यकारिणी आणि स्पेशली शिवाय सायन्स कॉलेज अमरावती यांच्या वतीने मी त्यांचे आभारच मानेल, याबद्दल काही शंका नाही. असो, विषय फार मोठा आहे. मगाशी डॉक्टर रुंडल सरांनी मोदींनी नुकतेच केलेल्या उद्घाटनाची आठवण करून दिली, त्यामुळे मला राजीव गांधींच्या काळातली आठवण झाली सर. त्या काळात आपल्याच विभागातील डॉक्टर विजय भटकर ज्यांनी पहिलं कॉम्प्युटर शोधून काढलं. म्हणून मला आजच्या प्रसंगी अशी आपणा सर्वांकडून अपेक्षा आहे की विदर्भातील डॉक्टर भटकर आहेत, ज्यांनी त्याची निर्मिती केली. आज इथं अनेक भविष्यातील नवीन संशोधक बसलेले असतील अशी अपेक्षा करतो आणि तुम्हाला त्या कार्यात यश येईल अशी अपेक्षा करून तुम्हाला शुभेच्छा देतो. माझे 2 शब्द संपवितो. धन्यवाद.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your inspiring words and valuable guidance. You have rightly mentioned the importance of artificial intelligence to transform our lives. With this, we almost reached to the conclusion of this inaugural. Before embarking on the scientific deliberations, let me call upon the organizing secretary of the conference, Dr. M.M. Bhonde, to propose the vote of thanks. Dr. M.M. Bhonde.
With due respect to the soul of Vandaniya Gadge Baba and Dr. Bhausaheb Deshmukh, I, Dr. Mukul Bhonde, Organizing Secretary of National Conference on Emerging Trends in Computational Science and Technology, feel honored and privileged to get an opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. Today is indeed a very memorable day as such a nice gathering of esteemed dignitaries, eminent experts, and researchers is with us for this inaugural function of National Mega Event. On behalf of the organizing committee, Shri Shivaji Science College, Amravati, I convey deep regards and hearty thanks to Honorable Advocate Shri Gajanan Punkar Sahib, Vice President of Shri Shivaji Education Society, Amravati, and President of this inaugural ceremony of the National Conference. I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude towards Honorable Dr. K.V. Kare, Vice Chancellor, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University, Lonere, Raigad, for gracing the inaugural ceremony and sharing his valuable thoughts on need of multidisciplinary diversified research on emerging trends in the field of science and technology. I also wish to express my sincere thanks to the chief guest of today's function, Dr. Mahendra Dhore, Principal Shri Shivaji Science College, Nagpur, Member of Management Council, Rashtrasanta Tukdoji Maharaj, Nagpur University, co-opted executive member of Shri Shivaji Education Society, and eminent alumni of our college as well, for encouraging research minds by his gracious presence and timely support. We have today with us a most scholarly personality, Honorable Dr. S.V. Dudul, Professor and Head, Department of Applied Electronics, Dean, Science and Technology, Santa Gadgibaba Amravati University, Amravati. I express my sincere thanks to him for being with us as a guest of honor. I express gratitude to the guest speakers who agreed to take time off to deliver informative session. Mr. Rakesh Mia, Director, Applied Forensic Science Laboratory, Indore, Dr. Sudharani Dairy, Department of Mathematics, Hislop College, Nagpur, Dr. Vivek Jagtap, Librarian, SPM Science College, Ghatanji, who are the speakers for 2 scientific sessions of the conference. I convey thanks to all distinguished participants who gathered from different places to attend this conference. We deeply appreciate the authors for contributing their research work through abstracts and full-length papers. I express my sincere gratitude towards all honorable executive members of Shri Shivaji Education Society, life members of this society, professors, alumni, and invitees. I am thankful to the Santa Gadgibaba Amravati University Computer Science Teachers Association, Amravati, Santa Gadgibaba Amravati University Mathematics Association, Applied Forensic Research Science for their positive response regarding collaboration and support. I am grateful to Dr. G.V. Korpes, Principal Shri Shivaji Science College, Amravati, for overall encouragement and advice at various stages of organization of this conference. I express my gratitude to the IQVC coordinator, Dr. W.S. Berde, convener of the conference, Dr. V.J. Gaikwad, co-conveners of conference, and our core organizing committee members, conveners of various supporting committees, research scholars, non-teaching staff, and PG students of their voluntary contribution in organizing the event. My sincere thanks to the print and electronic media for their presence and excellent coverage of this event. At last but not least, we are grateful to all former principals, head of the departments, professors, teachers, and non-teaching staff members of this college who have contributed a lot for making this proud-filling moment. I hope that this conference will provide a platform to discuss emerging trends in the field of computational science and technology with diversified and multidisciplinary objectives. Thank you. Thanks a lot to one and all who gathered here as a delegate, participant, and student. Thank you very much. With the permission of Chair, I declare that this inaugural function is over here. We have to remain, all the participants and delegates are requested to remain with the immediate following session, invited talk by Dr. Rakesh Mia. Thanks a lot.